As John continues the quarterback conversation and takes it back a few years to Joe Burrow, it brings this topic to mind, and I want to relate it to the present. There are teams the stature and programs the stature of LSU that obviously have transcendent teams within its history that are high marks, but LSU has obviously made it to championship games and won national championships under its last three head coaches. So that was not an aberration from that standpoint. This program has the facilities, the resources, and the recruiting footprint to do it over and over and over and over again. But that LSU team of 2019 seems as though, for as great as it was, did it have a lasting positive impact on this program because of everyone scattering within 2 years later?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everyone thought we lost everybody in one go, but we had I think something like 60 returning players or something, 60 plus heading into 2020. I don't know how many going into 2021, but 10 guys drafted, and most of them were from that 2019 team this last draft. I mean, you cannot say. I mean, we had our worst season ever. I mean, since in the 21st century, and worst, most diabolical season off the field as well, combined on the field, I guess you could say, ever if you wanted to. But it was diabolical. But we still had 10 guys drafted. And that's still, some of the best players on that team were 2019 guys who either matured or were finally getting their chance to play, or, a lot of different situations going on. Some guys who even transferred and returned, things like that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting, right? How do you replace all that talent? And you look historically, a lot of LSU's worst years, or 8-win and under seasons, guys, came when they had a lot of guys drafted. So it's just another thing that Brian Kelly's going to have to overcome is, yes, he replenished the roster. Yes, it did help out that they were able to stretch out the 32-player roster limit. And this market, and I don't cover all the other schools as closely as you do, Mark, but I could say with near certainty that of all the teams that benefited the most from not only the transfer portal, but the extended 32 player roster limit that you can bring in for this last recruiting class, no program benefited more than LSU. Not a single one, because of where they were as a team with only 39-ish scholarship guys. And, I posed this question, today on my channel, and it was, do you think LSU's best defensive back next year will be a transfer? And the irony of it is, as Lon knows, more than likely they're going to be starting 4 out of 5 transfers in the secondary, if not 5 out of 5 guys. That is a very real possibility. So it's a very strange time at LSU, and it's so interesting that of all teams, LSU was the one that benefited probably the most in the SEC from the transfer portal.